Welcome back to Table Talk. I'm Brian Kell. We'll also hear second segment with Emily, Claire, and Caroline. We're talking all things 4-H. All right, let's get right to it because we're kind of pressed for time here. You talked about it, Emily. We talked about it in general as far as TBA, who Ben Lomond Connect is proud to be a part of, Tennessee Broadband Association, and it's come together as a partner with the 4-H Roundup, which will be taking place in Knoxville. That is, I think I've got a calendar here, July 22nd through the 25th. Tell us about 4-H Roundup.
4-H Roundup is just a really cool opportunity because it's kind of the first time that in high school you've submitted your portfolio for competition. So our portfolios were due at the end of April, beginning of May. So you pick from 26 projects. You just get to do whatever you want. There's anything from communication to public speaking to beef. And so you submit your portfolio. So that's pretty much whatever you've done throughout your whole career, not whole career, but past like 3 years. So might as well be, I guess.
Yeah.
Still a lot of information, and so that's a really hard time, I know, for 4-Hers because it's a lot of work. You put a lot of work, and we've just moved that to an online system, which for people like me who are not very technologically like advanced and who have done a paper portfolio since the 6th grade, it was kind of an adjustment, but I think it's definitely, moving in the right direction. So it's kind of the first time that you've competed with your portfolio, and then once you get there, you get to do your interview for your portfolio. And for level 1 winners, there's like a $500 scholarship, I believe.
Depending on which.
Depending on your project, there's a different one. And then for your level 2, you also get a scholarship and then a trip to National 4-H Congress. So it's a really exciting and nerve-wracking time for competitors.
Good deal. All right, so that's a big important time that's coming down the pike for you guys. Let's talk about just how deep, and how wide, I guess, 4-H can be. Claire, let's start with you as far as when I say activities in 4-H, I know a lot comes to mind, but tell us about some of the big things that you've experienced or seen.
Well, as a 4th, 5th, 6th grader, you can attend locally 4-H camp, and you ride a bus to Clyde, York, and that's probably a 4-Hers first time being away from home. And it's about 5 days long, correct? Mm-hmm. And they stay there for the 5 days, and they have the opportunity to tie-dye shirts, do woodworking, kayak, and just hang out with friends. It's a good time. Mm-hmm. And then you move to Congress, which Emily did talk about, and it's more government-based. And you learn a lot about know your government, and you have a lot of fun because you get to ride the General Jackson. Mm-hmm. And then you move to Roundup, which is what TBA is sponsoring. And there are also more local events such as June Dairy Month, mm-hmm. and it's really just to promote dairy and farmers. And yeah.
June Dairy Month, it seems like that's gone on for decades.
Yes.
It really
it's been such a big deal, and I'll say this just from somebody who in a previous life at the radio station used to work a lot with those folks that had gone through there. You talk about successful folks that have been kind of the chairman, I guess, of that and kind of helped push that through for a county. That's a big deal, mm-hmm. and it's been a great thing that 4-H has been involved with for quite a while. Well, first of all, older sister, how did kid sis do? Did she do all right?
I think she covered it.
Okay, she did. Okay, good deal. So, Caroline, let's talk about programs in 4-H. I know it's a lot, but maybe pick out some of those things that you've seen and experienced.
Okay, so as many projects as we have, there's programs for almost every project. Like I know Claire and I are both involved. Both of our projects is performing arts and recreation, and so we're both on the Tennessee 4-H Performing Arts Troupe. So we get to travel the state and perform at fairs and other 4-H events and stuff like that. So that's a lot of fun. I know they also have like shooting sports projects and other things like that, other activities. But one of my favorite programs that comes out of 4-H is the All-Star program. That's a regional-wide program. Not many people know about it. And basically what you do is 2 times a year we meet and for a weekend at a camp, and we do service projects all weekend. We really connect with the people from our region, and we have a great time. They're a lot of fun, very service-based, like I said before, and we really stick to our traditions. We have a very strict initiation process. It's a lot of fun, and I know it's one of my highlights of 4-H and where I've met the most people and where I've come closest to people.
So we've talked about activities, we've talked about programs. Emily, let's talk about projects.
So like Caroline kind of mentioned, there are so many projects. There's 26 different projects, and so pretty much the opportunities are endless. Whatever you have an interest in, whatever you want to be involved in, you can be involved in. One of my main projects is communications and public speaking, and so this is probably a project that most people are like, no way. Like, I do the one speech a month, I do the one speech a year, and that's it. But there's also projects like beef, so I know that that's a really popular project because in Tennessee, you know, the beef industry is super important. Dairy is a project, you know, swine is a project. And so pretty much whatever, there's computers and textiles, there's, you know, wildlife and fishery. So anything that you want to be involved in and that you can provide a portfolio for, that you are involved in to that level, you have the opportunity to compete in. And then there's leadership and citizenship, which aren't really technically projects, but they are something that we are all involved in. Obviously, we're all involved in leadership because we are on the Tennessee 4-H State Council, which is a peer-based election process. So we all had to give speeches and run campaigns, and we were all elected by our peers to serve on Tennessee 4-H State Council. And then, like we've all kind of touched on a little bit, I think citizenship is something that 4-H focuses a lot on. I can't even count how many service projects that we've gone to, or how many, you know, assisted living homes we've gone to and helped with. And so 4-H really helps you find your passion in service and kind of just find your passion in general with all the projects they offer.
Am I right, Claire, in that one of the big hooks early on that I used to always hear about and go, wonder what that's like, is 4-H camp?
I would say that is correct.
Yes. It was always trying to, you know, at least the Dale Beatty used to do it whenever I was many moons ago. But it was always about trying to get somebody to 4-H camp because it felt like really get them hooked at that point.
Yes.
Big deal.
I think the first time like away from home is like a really big thing, because I remember as like a 5th grader, I was like, I get to leave home for a whole week.
It's a big, it is, and so it's good to hear that's still a big deal, and obviously very important to 4-H to keep that experience. Like you said, it could be the first experience of stepping away from home.
Well, also it's a great experience for us too. I know I've been a team leader at camp, and it's a really cool experience for us to just kind of, because I also
the roles reversed.
Right,
Yes.
the roles are. I went as a camper for 3 years, and then I've been as a team leader for 3 years, and so I know how meaningful it was for me as a camper, and so getting to see that in younger kids, it's such an amazing experience. Both roles are.
Well, I know, hopefully for folks maybe like me that didn't know just how vast 4-H can be, that they've learned a lot. I've learned a lot today from you ladies. But talking about more information, you know, Emily, I guess we'll go with you, is that there's still more out there that if folks want to know more about 4-H, they can find it.
Yes, the extension office here in Warren County is where you pay your taxes, so the administration building, and Hilda Lytle would be the contact for that, so you can literally just call the office up and ask for more information. There really is something for everyone in 4-H, so if you think that, oh, well, they probably don't have what I want, or oh, I'm too shy for that, trust me, you're not. There's something for everyone, and getting involved in 4-H is something that you definitely will, you know, use for the rest of your life. The interview skills, the communication skills are just truly always there.
And besides website, and besides also the contact here, Brooks Sisters, I guess we'll throw it to each one of you, whoever wants to take this one. Social media is also very important too.
Yes. I know we have a Warren County 4-H Instagram page. It's called Warren County 4-H. Facebook, I believe the Facebook page is UTTSU Warren County Extension. So you can get more information from both of those places.
So I want to say this, even though we focused a little bit on Warren County, I want to mention that I dare say every county has got a 4-H group.
Yes.
And so whether you're in White County, whether you're watching this in Crossville, whether you're watching this in Grundy County or Van Buren County, here's the big thing, get involved. You know, and if you've
Find
got
your local 4-H office.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can be able to experience what they've experienced, and also experience even more as just, like you said, making the better best, and or best better. And we've definitely got some of the best here, that's for sure. Ladies, thank y'all so much for being
Thank you
here.
for having
and
us.
just on behalf of Ben Lomond Connect and TBA, who our new president of TBA is Lisa Cope, who is our CEO here at Ben Lomond Connect and BLTV. Just want to say thank you, and we're proud to, in some small way, be a part of the great jobs that y'all are doing, not only in counties, but throughout the entire state.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
So, on behalf of Emily, Claire, and Caroline, I'm Brian Kell. Thank you for joining us here today at Table Talk, and we'll catch you again at this table for more talk here on Table Talk on BLTV Channel 6.